All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled "Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father." Amazon Kindle Create Space. Being in the world and not of the world. I'm not quote unquote a Christian. I made a video about that a long time ago. I read the Bible a long time ago. I know the Bible. Got a Quran too. Um, but this is talking to particularly to the passage that says, "Be in the world, but not of the world." And this is what I've learned from that passage over time. To me, it's stating that you have to earn your transcendence. What I mean by that is afterlife. By the things you do, but you're given an opportunity to be in this world, but you're not supposed to uh, necessarily fall in line with the pack and be like everybody else. Like um, a lot of people are programmed to be certain ways and think that certain things are okay that are not okay. Um, a lie is okay when it's convenient for you to get over, but then a lie is not okay when somebody lies to you and it costs you something. See, you have to have integrity when everybody's looking and when everybody's not looking. You have to have integrity when you're going to win in a situation, and you have to have integrity when you're going to lose in a situation. So in that scenario, you got to be in the world, but not of the world. You have to stand on your own principles. You have to stand on your own right and wrong. Your morality, your ethics, and your belief system can't be ephemeral and opportunistic. And it's not an easy thing, because to be in the world means you're surrounded by people who are some good and some bad. And you know, some people got it together, some people are, figuring it out, and some people are broken. And everybody, for the most part, is justifying their mentality and their actions, whether they're right or wrong. So when you're in a world, you're in a world with multiple people. You're in a world doing things that may be right or wrong, or getting things done to you that may be right or wrong. So what happens when you're making the choices? Because that plays into give you life and death. Which you have to choose. If you have to choose whether you're going to live or die, you're going to have to choose whether you're going to do something that is positive or negative. You're going to have to choose how you respond to things that happen to you that are positive or negative. It's a process. And sometimes you know being in the world is lonelier than being of the world. And what I mean by that, in the beginning, when you find your inner self, your core, who you are, it's gonna separate you from people who are not on your same, just in your, let's just say, who don't share the same energy. And so it'll smallen your circle. It'll condense your circle. But when you're a person who's of the world, you may have a lot of friends. They're not real, but you have a lot of people around that you can call to do things that a lot of times are really silly and superficial. You got people you can go drink with, you got people you can go party with, you got people you can go chase skirts with, you got people, but the number of those people are not the number of people who will teach you how to parent better, or how to love your spouse better, or how to prepare your legacy for the next generation. You see, you're not going to have Your phone is not going to be filled with 200 of those people and 200 party animals. It's not going to happen. You might have 200 party animals that you can go out with in your phone, and maybe two or three people that can tell you how to get it right, because it's different. You got, you know, with my experience has brought me to a point where when you're in the world, you begin to, when you're a person who's being in the world and not of the world, you're able to see people's motives. And some people do things because it's the right thing to do, and some people do things because it looks like the right thing to do so they can get over. And a lot of times people can't differentiate those two different type of people because they're of the world too. So their approach to people is, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm doing this for you, for me, instead of I'm just doing this for you. You know, at some point you have to realize that your life is also an instrument for other people to benefit off of. And instead of and that's difficult for some people because you're gonna take a loss. Like, let me tell you something. You're gonna take a loss in life, whether you're in the world or of the world. You're gonna take a loss because it wouldn't be fair to not know how you responded to life when everything wasn't in your favor. And that's the thing about um, life in general. Like, people are cool when everything's going their way, but you know, people break up under the pressure of things not going their way, and you come to find out that it's a process to get to a point where you're at peace whether things go good or bad. But if you in that process, you realize that it's not what happens to you that's important. It's how you respond to what happens to you that's important. You know, it's fun to be a winner. It's fun to win. It's fun to go through the process that creates a winner. But along that journey, you're gonna have to take some losses to improve. And if you can't lose and learn from loss, then you'll never be a real winner. Because you have to be able to see the precursors of greater loss occurring. You have to see okay, don't do that one because this one's going to lead to this. I don't want a snowball effect of negativity. So we're going to cut this one off at the pass. All right? Now, you're going to have to come at me a different way. That happens in any type of competition. A person know winners know how to kill the momentum shift and how to build the momentum also. But to be able to know both, you have to be on the bad end of both to recognize it. You get what I'm saying? So, the thing I'm speaking about is, at the end of the day, when you're in the world and not of the world, you realize your purpose is just bigger than self. You know, it's about that. It's about what happened in between that dash on your tombstone. You know, you know what happened when you were born and what happened when you died. Those are dates, but what happened in that dash is very important. It's a small little dash, but it means a whole lot. And what you did in that little dash, um, is more so important because it's your path to transcendence. It's your path to, quote unquote, the afterlife. Because in that dash are the choices you made and the motives of why you made those choices. And did you let the world affect your choice, or did you let your inner self or your inner God affect your choice? Who had more power? And the thing about that is, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. To be in the world but not of the world is saying that you have more power over yourself than the world has over you. So, I'm out. Peace. Hope y'all get what I'm coming from.